Hey guys, welcome back. Right, okay, so we are now into phase 2 of 2025 and I have completed my Xbox original collection. If you've not seen those videos, there's a playlist on my channel, please check it out. But we are now moving into phase 2, which means Xbox 360. So I am now going to complete my 360 collection and I'll be posting pickup videos as and when I get games for that collection. But today I thought I'd start just by showing you the games I currently own for the system, just to give you a baseline before we start with the new pickups. And you can see where I'm starting from and follow along with the journey if you enjoy the 360. So yeah, the 360 for me is one of the best generations. It's the second favourite of mine after the 16-bit era. There were so many great games this generation for both Xbox, well, I wouldn't say both, I'd say all, 360, Wii and PS3. They all have something special. Wii, not so much, but they still have some good games. But the PS3 and the 360 I played a hell of a lot. I absolutely adore those consoles. I had them both at launch. I played them to death over the years. There's such a huge variety of games, which is why I love this generation. There's so much going on, so many different genres. There's something for everyone to play. There's something for everyone's level of ability as well. And it's just a great generation. You know, with HD came in for the first time in gaming, which upped the resolution, made the games look a lot nicer. You know, they're full widescreen, full 720p, then eventually 1080p. You know, the story's got bigger and more expansive. The world's got bigger and more open. You know, but you still had your 6-hour campaign games as well. There's just so much to choose from in this generation. I absolutely love it, and it's one of the generations where I played games so much that I was playing the same games over and over and over and over and over again. You know, the Uncharted's and the Medal of Honors and James Bond games and others that I just totally got hooked on and just always go back to them. My go-to games when I need something to play. So yeah, this generation means a lot to me. It's very special. It's got a lot of good memories from first seeing the 360 in game, you know, to following the whole launch online with game trailers and seeing them out in the desert when they did the big unveil on launch day in America, and yeah, and then the PS3 coming out in the Blu-ray player. It's just a great generation. So let's just crack on and get stuck in. I've got about 20 odd games to show you today for the 360, so not a bad start at all. The first one I picked up a long time ago, of course, is Quantum of Solace. So as you guys know, if you've watched me for any period of time, huge James Bond game fan, and this is one of my favourites. I love this. This is from Treyarch, the guys behind, I think it was Black Ops that they did on, they've probably done more than that, but that's the main one they're known for, the Call of Duties. So it does feel a lot like a Call of Duty game with a James Bond skin, but it does a fantastic job, I think, as a licensed game of marrying up the two stories from Quantum and Casino, because essentially Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, the films, are one big story anyway. And they do a brilliant job with the Quantum part. They do a great job with the flashbacks going into some of the key moments from Casino Royale. And if you're a fan of the films, you're going to love the game because it really does pick all the best moments from those two films. And you really feel like you're in the action, playing as James Bond. And you've got all the familiar characters. And the storyline is spot on, obviously, because it's brilliant films anyway. But yeah, the gameplay itself is absolutely excellent. As I say, it has got very much a Call of Duty feel to it. It's a first-person shooter. It does have cover, so it's not third, it is first, and it does feel a bit weird to have cover in a first person, but surprisingly, it works really, really well. They did a great job with it. I absolutely love the game. I've played it millions of times now, over and over and over again. It's one of my absolute go-to games for the system, and it's just a fantastic experience. And you know, I'm at the point now where I feel very confident playing the game, and I know all the enemies are coming from, and I'm pretty smooth and slick the way I move. It's just great. So yeah, 100% recommend Quantum of Solace, and also the other Quantum of Solace game on the PlayStation 2, which is made by, I don't know if it was Eurocom or it was the other James Bond developer, I can't remember, I'm not certain, but anyway, great game. That one's totally third person cover, completely different, excellent game. So yeah, Quantum of Solace, highly recommend it. Next one, I don't think anyone's going to argue this one either, Alan Wake, absolutely brilliant third person, third person action, but like very cinematic, great storyline, fantastic game. I haven't played the sequel, don't have a system to play it on, so I can't. But you know, hey, there you go. So yeah, I will eventually maybe play it if I ever. I probably won't actually, thinking about what I'm on about. I'm not going to buy a bloody PlayStation 5, so unless the PlayStation 6 is absolutely mind blowing, which I doubt it will be, then I'd upgrade. But we'll see. But yeah, Alan Wake. I remember playing it when it came out, and the whole mechanic with the torch to take out the bad guys, very cool. There's still the one moment for me, I can't remember the name of the character, it's been so long since I played this game, but when the guy turns up, he knocks the door and you open the door and he's standing there with the Christmas lights on, I thought that's so funny. It's absolutely brilliant, really, really interesting idea that they came up with on this game. Love Alan Wake, played it to death. So I'm looking forward to actually going back now I've got it and playing it again and seeing how it holds up. Next up, no surprise again, 007 Bloodstone. A phenomenal James Bond game. Nothing to do with the films, its own adventure. A third-person cover shooter, and really, really good one as well. Really well done. I've played it millions of times. It's only about 6 to 8 hours. It's very short, very easy to get through. Again, like Quantum, I'm at a point now where I know everybody's coming from, and I can move pretty slickly through the levels and take cover in the right places and drop the guys pretty quickly. It's fantastic. The only thing I've always had a problem with is the car sections. They're crap. I've always found them an absolute nightmare, especially on the ice as well. A lot of the time I find that there's too much going on, explosions and things, and it distracts from the action, and I tend to crash the car too much. Or in the ice, you can't really see where the water is, so instead of going round the water, you go in the water, and you have to keep starting over, which is quite frustrating. But the third-person action part of it is fantastic. And I recently played the DS game for the first time, which I actually think is even better. Controls are a nightmare, but the game itself is better than this version. I really enjoyed it a lot. Quite surprised by that, actually, when I played it. So yeah, excellent game. Next up, so we're into the CODs. So we got the best one, Call of Duty 2, launch title. Played it back in 2005 in December. Absolutely fell in love with it. So many great levels. Had a phenomenal time back in 2005 playing it on Xbox Live as well with people around the world. So many good memories of this game. Yeah, well, the graphics look incredibly basic compared to the rest of the CODs that came out this gen, and obviously what we've got now, but the gameplay, the core gameplay is still there, and for me, you can put it on right now and still have a shitload of fun and spend hours playing it. It is really, really, really good. Great game. Then we got Call of Duty 3. I've yet to play this one, but I have played it in the past. I own it on original Xbox as well, and I've always said I think the Xbox original version is far superior to this, because it is a cross-platform game at launch of 360, so I think they've just made it for the Xbox and then they upgraded it slightly for the 360. But I'll find out when I go back to it. Maybe it'll impress me, but I didn't really think much of it at the time. And obviously the PlayStation 3 version was awful because it was an early PlayStation launched game and they didn't know what to do. They couldn't work out the programming, so the frame rate is absolutely shite. So you have to play it on 360 if you're going to play it at all. But I still think I'm going to enjoy the original Xbox version more. But we will see. It'd just be nice to have the graphics upgrade, I suppose. Okay, next one. We got Call of Duty Black Ops. So haven't played this since it came out. I need to go back and play this one again. I've played the other Black Ops games more than I played this one, but I remember having a really great time with this. Obviously set in Vietnam, 1960s. Absolutely great game. All the whole conspiracy theory angle to it as well. So many. I mean, all these COD campaigns are great. I never really have found a COD game that I haven't enjoyed the campaign on. You know, they're all pretty much the same idea, and they all have fun storylines. They all get a bit frustrating in places and can be really overwhelming when they're spamming the shit out of you with enemies and grenades. But nonetheless, they are really great. Of course, I've got Black Ops 2, which for me, the nostalgic version of this is on the Wii U, because I had it on the Wii U launch. So it's a bit weird having it on a different console for me, but nonetheless, I know it's going to play great and look great on the 360. Yeah, had a really good time. This is a more futuristic one from what I can remember. I remember that bit on the bridge with the car blows up, and that was really cool. Yeah, there's some really good stuff going on in Black Ops 2. It's only really those two that I enjoy. Black Ops 3 I thought was shit, and I think there's another one after that, but I haven't played any others. So yeah, I wasn't impressed with the third one. Next up, we've got Modern Warfare 2. So I've said before, I'll say it again, I'm not going to repeat myself too much, but my least favourite of the Modern Warfares. I was not a fan at the time, but over the years I've played it, I've gone back to it, I've enjoyed it more and found a lot more to enjoy through the different levels. The no Russian thing at the time really bothered me. It doesn't anymore, I don't really care now, but back then it really bothered me. The game still plays great. It's still a great Call of Duty. I don't have the first Modern Warfare. I've got to pick that up. Still haven't got that yet. I did pick it up, but I think it was, I think the disc was knackered or something, or the artwork. There's something wrong with it, so I've got to get a better copy. Next up, we've got Modern Warfare 3, my favourite Modern Warfare. Absolutely brilliant. I've played this one a ton of times. I still think when you walk out on the submarine, the graphics look phenomenal. Even now, they really have held up well. And it still amazes me. I've said it many times, but it's true. You look at the original Call of Duty 2 on launch title, as a launch title, and then you compare it to like the Black Ops and the Modern Warfares, and it's like, how is this console able to do such difference? You know, it's like, how can you go from those basic graphics of Call of Duty 2 all the way up to what you get in Black Ops and Modern Warfare? It's phenomenal. Incredible what they're able to get out of this system. But yeah, excellent game, Modern Warfare 3. Easily my favourite. I love the story, I love the villain, I love all the levels. The Turbulence level in particular is my absolute favourite still. It's so much fun. Very short but great. Brilliant game. Next up, another phenomenal launch title, one that really sucked up a lot of my time back then, and that is Condemned from Sega. Yeah, brilliant game. First person horror game, and you're a detective investigating a serial killer. Absolutely incredible. Very scary and very tense. You know, the way that they did the bots, essentially, the other guys, all the junkies and everything running around. The way that they do the AI on those is incredible back then. You know, the way they really are intense. I mean, I like the fact that when there's certain parts of the game where you're in like a mall or something. I can't remember what it was. It was like a doll shop, wasn't it? And there's like mannequins everywhere. And the guys will run at you and attack you, but then they'll retreat and they'll hide around corners and hide against walls. They won't just keep trying to batter you over the head and get on your nerves. So it feels a lot more realistic when they do that. And it feels a lot more tense as well, because you don't know quite where they're coming from, and you've got to try and be tactical about how you approach them. And also the weapons is mostly melee. You get the odd weapon like pistols and shotguns, but there's very limited ammunition. It really is more about using planks of wood and, you know, pipes and just battering people. It's a vicious game, but it's a great game. It's really fun. You know, I started playing it again last year, and it still holds up. I think it's a great one. I need to finish it. I've never got to the end. I'm very close to the end in the swimming pool, but I never finished it, so definitely need to do that. And I want to try number 2, because I've tried to play that a few times and I can't get anywhere, so I want to try and finish this one and then try my best to get somewhere in number 2. Next one, I've never played this, so unusual for this generation, but this is Dead Rising 2. So yeah, back when the Dead Rising games came out, I remember playing the demos that they had on Xbox Live, but I never picked any of them up and gave them a try. They never really caught my imagination back then. But I do like a zombie game, so this is, you know, at the moment the games are so cheap, I thought I'm going to pick that one up and give it a blast. And I'll get the first game as well and see what it's like. I believe the director's cut of number 2 is more expensive from what I've seen, which is a shame. Probably don't need that, to be quite honest. Let me know if it's necessary or not. Is it better than this version? I don't know. But yeah, I'll play them eventually. Right, next up is a game I absolutely love, an exclusive to the 360, and that is Frontline's Fuel of War. I played this back in the day when it came out and absolutely loved it, and I've never seen anybody talk about it. The only person I've seen recently was Pixel Paul, who talked about it, and he seemed to enjoy it. And I think he picked it up on my recommendation in the previous video, so that's great. But yeah, really good first-person shooter. It's a war game. The graphics are not the greatest, I'm going to be honest. They probably don't look that good now. But it's the core gameplay is so basic and fun that it just draws you in. And yeah, excellent game. And very cheap, so I'd recommend that one. Right, next up, we have Gears of War. So yeah, obviously we all know what Gears of War is. I don't really need to say much. I've always enjoyed it. It's really fun. I've never finished it. I can't get to the end of this one. I find it really difficult. It's a real struggle to get through this game, but yeah, it is brilliant. For what I have seen of it, I saw quite a lot back in the day. Did get quite far into it and had a really good time. So yeah, it's a cracking game. Then we got Gears of War 2. I've got all the way to the end on the train with the dude with the bats around his head. Couldn't defeat him. So at least I got to play the game. I just didn't see the final part. But yeah, very difficult. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't work it out. Maybe this time I'll go around, I'll play the game and I'll just complete it. You never know. Sometimes it's like that, isn't it? Sometimes you just struggle with a game and then you go back to it days, weeks, months, years later, and you'll be like, I don't know why I had a problem with this. It's very easy, but it just depends. And then, of course, my favourite one, Gears of War 3, which was absolutely brilliant. I played all the way through it, completed it, loved it. Great game. And played number 4, number 5. 5 I didn't like. 4 was absolutely brilliant. Right, next up, we have Halo Anniversary. So Combat Evolved. Obviously the game that launched this bad boy, the original Xbox. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say, is that it's Halo. Everyone knows Halo and how great it is. You either love it or you don't. This is fantastic. Getting this upgrade was so cool at the time. I remember this getting announced. To see it in such beautiful HD and the upgrade, and obviously, I don't know if this was one of the first or it was very early on, one of those ones where you can click a button and it flips between the HD and the original graphics, which at the time was revolutionary. It was such a cool idea to see that happen on a game. Yeah, again, I've said it before in my original Xbox videos. Halo, I really like the game. I've got a lot of memories for it from launch, playing it in campaign co-op with my friends as well, my best mate, playing the multiplayer, the local multiplayer that we had as well at the time. Fantastic game. I just feel like it's a bit too long and it does tend to drag after a while, and you just feel like, can we get to the end now please? And the Flood are an absolute pain in the arse, but other than that, it's a fantastic title. Then we have Halo Reach, which for me is my favourite Halo that's not that one from this generation. I don't like Halo 3, I really don't like Halo 4 at all. I think it's absolute shite. I can't stand that game. But Halo Reach is a fantastic campaign. This felt to me more like a HD upgraded version of what we got with Combat Evolved, like the next chapter basically. This is just such a good game, so well made. I really had a fun time with it all the way through to the end. Never got bored. Love Reach. Brilliant. Then we have Cameo Elements of Power, another launch title. So this is a game I haven't actually played. I played the demo back in the day. You know, in the early days of Xbox 360, Xbox Live had loads of demos coming out, so it was really good. I was able to try a lot of different games. I never got into Cameo. I know it's made by Rare, so it's going to be a good quality game. But I always liked the look of it. I just never went back to it, so I thought I'd pick it up this time. I think I picked that up. There was a seller selling a few games, and I saw Cameo for a good price. I thought, yeah, I'll grab a copy of that. I'll sit down and give it a try. So we'll see. Next one I'm glad I picked up. That is King Kong, which I believe is also a launch title as well. I've talked about this before when I first saw the Xbox 360 playing on the demo kiosk in game in Solihull, and a guy was playing it and he was playing King Kong. I was really impressed. Then he played Call of Duty and blew my mind, Call of Duty 2. But yeah, I've never been into the King Kong game. I was never bothered by it until I think it was last year. It was 24 or 23, I can't remember exactly, probably 24. I got it on the original Xbox. And the one day I just thought, I'm going to just give it a go, see if it's any good. I sat down, started playing it, got absolutely hooked on it and completed the game. It was brilliant. So that's why I got the 360 version, because I want to see what it's like graphically. Again, like Call of Duty 3, it's a launch title, so it's a cross-platform. It's probably not going to be a massive upgrade, but I'm expecting the graphics to look a lot nicer, well, a little bit nicer. Obviously, the HD is going to make it better anyway. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a first-person shooter. I say shooter, it's more combat. Again, like Condemned, more using sticks and spears and things to take down the monsters and the dinosaurs, not so much guns. You do get guns, but they're very limited in what you get. But I thought, personally, for a licensed game as well, they did an absolutely brilliant job. In fact, I don't like the film. I think the film's terrible. I still need to go back and watch it again. I've got it on HD DVD, so I will need to sit down and watch it. But I've never been a fan of the King Kong film. I've always said many times on my channel over the years, for me, cut the beginning of the film, just get to the island and show me the monkey. I don't care about the rest of it, because it just labours the point at the beginning. It takes too long to get going. But the game itself is absolutely brilliant. It does a really, really good job, and I would absolutely recommend playing it. Still a fairly cheap game. I can't remember what I paid for the 360 version. I think it was more than I was expecting to pay, but it was worth the money anyway. So yeah, I'll be sitting down and playing that this year, hopefully. Next up, brilliant game. One of my most played games on the system, Medal of Honor Airborne. So I've played the hell out of it on 360 and the PS3. PS3 version, it does have its issues. Unfortunately, the train station level, or is it a train station? I think it is. Basically where they dump all the old carriages. Yeah, that version that level on the PS3 is terrible. The frame rate is absolutely shocking. I mean, it's not the only one, but that's one of the worst offenders. You know, the frame rate is choppy as hell. The screen tearing is unbelievable. It really hurts my eyes. Whereas the 360 one's a lot smoother, obviously, because it would do. So yeah, so I had to pick it up on 360. I mean, so many great moments in this game that I've played through. Just the airborne element alone, being able to parachute in and pick the area that you want to start in on the map. You consider different spots on the map, and you don't have to just go linear. You can land anywhere you want on the map and work your way around doing all different mission objectives. It's brilliant. So many great levels, so many great weapons. Yeah, it's fantastic. And the final one, when you is it the flak turn, I think it's called, when you have to parachute in. That is such a cool one. You have to work your way down. Even when you get those big Nazi bastards with the big machine guns and the gas masks, they're a pain in the arse to kill. But once you use the rifle and you work out the rifle takes them out pretty quickly, it's not that hard. But yeah, fantastic game. Absolutely love Airborne. I really wish they'd redo that. You know, but the good thing is we've got Airborne. We've also got Vanguard on the PS2 as well. So we have got two great Airborne games. Right, next one, another launch title, Perfect Dark Zero, and this is the beautiful steelbook because that's what I had at the time. So I had to pick it up again just purely for nostalgia, and this is in absolutely fantastic condition. Yeah, I refuse to buy this unless it was in great nick because it's so nostalgic. It's got all the paperwork, everything in there. Unfortunately, that is as good as it gets because the game ain't as good as the packaging. I mean, it's all right. It's playable, and to be honest, when I played it last year, I was so much surprised how good the graphics look. It does hold up way better than I thought it was going to do for a launch title. It's one of the best looking launch titles, I think, next to Condemned. Yeah, really, really nice to look at. But gameplay wise, it starts off strong, but then it gets very irritating. And I've said before, I can't get past the Japanese level. I don't know what it is about that Japanese level, but I just can't do it. I get killed every time. which is annoying because I'd love to finish the game and see what it's all about, because I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. It's by no means a great game. It's not N64 perfect art, but it's still decent. It's capable. So I'd recommend at least playing it. Right, and finally, the last game I've got for the 360 at the moment is Top Spin 2. So yeah, just a tennis game. I played the original on the original Xbox and liked it, so I picked this one up. I like the Top Spin games. They're pretty decent. I'll be honest with you though, I do actually prefer the arcadiness of the virtual tennis games. I know there's about 3 or 4, I think there's 3 of them on the 360. So I'll probably pick up 1 or 2 of them, maybe all 3, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, those are the more fun ones, because I'm only playing those back in the day on the Dreamcast, so I know how great those are. But those are all the games I've got for the 360 so far. As I say, the collection is now going to speed up, and we're going to ramp this up, and I'm going to do more pickup videos. And as I get a good selection of games, I'll do a pickup video, show you what I've got, just like the original Xbox, and we're going to build up this 360 collection. And then when the 360 is done, we're going to go back to the 1990s, and then we've got a lot of collecting to do this year, so it's going to be a busy old year for my channel. But thank you very much to everyone who's been watching the videos of late. I really appreciate the comments and the likes and the views, and it's been nice to have such a good reception as I've come back after quite a long break as well. So thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Leave your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.